Welcome to the Q&A. These are very, very exciting. I love doing them. I try to make them fun, entertaining, and not too long. So we're gonna try to keep this around 10 minutes. Sit here, listen to my thoughts about life, some questions about me, and just things that you guys want to know. And the first question that I get is, do I have Snapchat? Yes, I actually just made a Snapchat. Now it's not public. I made it private, so you guys cannot send me snaps because I'd be too tempted to open them and then just send back random stuff, and you guys would think differently about me. So I can't accept them. But you can watch my life. Everything, all my social medias are maxxchewning. One word, maxxchewning. That's my thing. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchatty. So go follow me on that. Let's go on here. Would you ever quit your job to become a full-time YouTuber? No, I would never quit my job to become a YouTuber, but I do have some big dreams and big aspirations that a 9-to-5 may not be in my future at a desk, if that helps you guys out. I do have some big things planned, and I think eventually I'm going to kind of have to take some risks and make some moves. And it's going to be a while, but I think if I keep going the path I'm on, I can do it. Let's see here. What are your hobbies? Like, what do I like to do besides lifting? Now, lifting is my hobby. It's something that I love to do, but I'm kind of simple, guys. I love going out to dinner. I love watching movies. I love watching Netflix, playing video games. I'm just a typical guy. I like going out with my friends at nighttime. That's always fun, but I think it's very important. Focus on your main priorities, and then let your hobbies be your hobbies. Don't let them interfere with the things that you're really trying to do. So whether that be your job, don't let your hobbies overtake it, unless you can turn your hobby into a job and don't hate it. That's the goal. Let's see here. I get this a million times. Where do I work? Okay. Last time, I do IT staffing. So I find other people jobs, okay? That's what I do. That is what I do. Am I going to be at the Arnold in March? Let's go ahead and break this down. I will be at the Arnold in March. Yes, I will be there with Quest Nutrition. Very, very excited for that. They have some big things planned, which I don't even know about. But yes, I'll be at the Arnold. I'll be at the LA Fit Expo. Not with any companies. I'll just be walking around. So come say what's up. And I'll be there with Chase, so you guys can meet him. And you'll probably take more pictures of him than me. And it's gonna be a good time. So I'll be at random booths saying hi to everyone, but I will be there. Is YouTube too populated, saturated to start a YouTube channel? Kind of, but I wouldn't say you couldn't. I think there's definitely still niches out there that we don't even know about. There's definitely gonna be the next YouTuber that hasn't even started yet will be like, pow, will be all up in there. If I have to choose one restaurant to eat for the rest of my life, where would it be? Brio Tuscan Grill. I love that place. Love it. Carrabba's. Chewy's Mexican restaurant. That place is great. Oh, Chipotle. I'm stupid. No, that doesn't count. Doesn't count. What am I looking for in someone? What? That's a good question. What is Mrs. Maxx? Like, well, what do I look for? Well, I'll tell you what I look for, and that is someone that can handle me. And what I mean by that is they have to have thick skin, because although I try not to be very mean, I am a very, very sarcastic person. So whoever's out there, they need to take sarcasm very well. They need to give me some sarcasm. I love sarcasm when it's necessary, or when it's like appropriate. So I need someone who can joke around. I don't really care that much if like a girl's into fitness. It's kind of a plus, I guess, but as long as they take care of themselves and don't neglect their health and neglect their body and then complain about their body, that's not really what I'm looking for. I like someone who wants to take care of themselves, but also it's hard for me to find someone because and I guess you might say, well, Max, every other YouTuber has a girlfriend. But everyone else isn't me, and it's very hard to balance time with someone else and with myself. So like all the stuff that I'm trying to do, start Ever4ward as a company, do YouTube, keep making videos for you guys, make them entertaining, and working at 9-to-5, takes a lot of time, and I got to go to the gym. So I need someone who's flexible with that, and also won't mind holding the camera at Chipotle for me. That's a must. That's a must. MUST. What's your best advice for girls? Here we go. Be yourself. Be funny. Be a gentleman. Open the door for her. When you go on dates, pay for her. I do not agree with paying every single time you go out. I think it's a little unnecessary. Like if you're both at home and she's like, I'm hungry, I would like Panera, and you're like, oh, I'll get some Chipotle, because they're always next door to each other. I don't think you need to pay for every single meal. I think it's, eventually get to a point where you can balance it all out and split it. But, girls, they don't really care much about the physique. It's a plus probably, if you have a six-pack and you're, look good with your shirt off or look good with your shirt on. But at the end of the day, you'll always see a very attractive girl with someone who you're like, he doesn't even lift. Because it's not all about that. It's about your personality. It's about your character. If you're, again, a gentleman, girls really, really want that. I'm not a female, but I know what they would want. They want a nice guy. What's my dream in life? Or I'm already living it. My dream's coming. I'm on the path to that. So I'll leave it at that. How do you get sponsored by Ape Athletics or MTS? So generally, how do you get sponsored in general? The answer is have a following. You have to have a following. You have to have a reason these companies can make money, because Ape Athletics, even though the owner's my friend, he's not gonna sponsor me just because I'm his friend. He's sponsoring me because I have a following and I can push people to his website. I can push people to buy his clothing, or hopefully I can help spread his name. So you have to be able to give a return on the investment being you, the company, make a return. Oven's at 350, 425, put a pizza in. Why don't you start dating? I kind of do date. I date around, I'm trying to find, I think there's a difference between like going on a date and looking for a girlfriend. I think going on dates, it's something you do, it's a social thing, and I think it's important, still get out there, be social, go on dates, have fun. You don't have to go on a date and assume that person's gonna be your girlfriend. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Go out there, have a good time. If I woke up in the morning and I was suddenly turned into a woman, even though some people will be like, oh, Max, you're already a woman, okay. What would be the first thing I would do? You guys know. The first thing that I would do if I woke up as a female would probably blast T Swift with No Regrets. Because everyone would just be like, oh, it's just a girl blasting some T Swift. I love me some Taylor Swift. That's really it, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Again, I try to keep this a little short. I know that you're usually used to the day of eating on right now, but, I'm traveling a lot. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I can't always film. There will be a day of eating next weekend. I'm going to DC or New York. If you're watching this, I'm either in DC or I'm in New York, looking at maybe some apartments. So I know the question is like, am I planning on moving to DC? That's still far out. My brother really wants me to, but I have a long time in this lease in November. I have a lot of big things planned. DC is a lot more expensive. Regardless if I can afford it or not, it's more of like, is it a smart move for me to do? But I'm definitely open to moving to a new location. I really enjoyed Texas when I went there. I'd love to move there. I would love to eventually get out to California and live there. The Carolinas I like, but you never know, guys. You never know. That's about it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for the support. Let me see if I can do the whistle thing. I know you guys like that. That's the question. Someone asked like, how you do that. So what you do is you take your two fingers like this. Go ahead and do with me. Here we're gonna to practice. So take your fingers. So just like this, and you're gonna push it like that, okay? So you'll push your tongue against your fingers and then kind of close your lips around it. Ow! That echoes a whole lot. I think I went deaf. I just went deaf. So under 10 minutes. Thank you guys. Hit the thumbs up if you could. Hit the thumbs up button if you got this far. If you made it to the end, say Sour Patch Kids. Thank you guys. We out. I need to make a thumbnail though. Nah, that's stupid. I do that in every picture. What would be a good thumbnail? I don't know. I'll figure that later. See ya.